So thank you guys for watching. My name is Elizabeth, and today we are going to be talking about trials and tribulations, the troubles that we go through as, in this life as believers, even for non-believers, and, so that we can know how to handle them, how to overcome, and, how to go on with life. So today we are going to be focusing on the book of Job. So we know Job was a man after God's own heart. He lived a blameless and an upright life. He was a righteous man. He feared God and shunned evil. He was a righteous man. Even God acknowledged that he was righteous. And we know he had been blessed by God. He was, he had wealth. He had everything going on. He had wealth. He had family, and he had good health. So everything that a man would have desired, he had it. And we see Satan going before God and, asking for permission to test Job, and we see God giving that permission and allowing him to tempt him. And we see as a result Job losing everything. He lost his health, he lost his wealth, he lost his family, and in fact, towards the end, the only thing that he had was his life. And even with that life, he wished he was dead, or he wished he was never born, because of the things that he was going through. But we see him now going in this mode of complaining, asking himself why, asking God why. And he looked for solutions from his friends when he could not get solution from himself and from God. He sought solution from his friends and for comfort and for answers. But the friends did not have any answers. Instead, they kept judging him and telling him that he must have done something to make God angry. And Job knew better. He did not listen to them. He kept on his faith. He kept trusting God. He knew the God of the mountain is still the God of the valley. He knew that the God of the morning is the God of the evening. So he kept his faith and knew one day God will show up for him. And in fact, towards the end, God showed up in his life in a mighty way, and he restored all that he lost, and even more. The Bible says he had 7 boys and 3 girls, and as the Bible says, those girls were the most beautiful girls in the land at that time. So you can believe it, because when the Bible says so, it is true. So we see God blessing him even more than he was at first. And I came this morning to, encourage somebody who has been having troubles and trials and temptations, who has been going through hell and high waters, who has been, the story of your life has been that of running up and down to put off the fires. You stop fire in one corner and comes another one starts in another corner. It has been a story of disease after disease. When you think you're overcoming one thing, another one starts. It has been a story of financial struggle, losses after losses, issues after issues, and you've been wondering why me, why does it happen to me? And especially when you look around and seems like everybody else is doing good, when you look around and you see like you're the only one in the valley and nobody seems to understand, their lives is still going on, and you are stuck in your problems, and you wonder why is God not answering me? Why is God, why do I have to go through this? And I came to tell you that to hold on a little longer. I came to tell you to trust God a little longer. I came to tell you that God is faithful. He is faithful and just. He will answer your prayers. You had with this, nothing impossible with our God. So hold on to God, trust God, and He will show up for you. Focus on God. He is the author and finisher of your faith. Do not look to the right or the left. Do not focus on the problems. Do not focus on what is going on. Focus on the finishing line, because we know that just as Paul said, we look forward to a city with foundations, whose builder and maker is God. So look forward to that finishing line. Nothing lasts forever. This too will pass. This is just a crowd passing by, and soon there will be hope, there will be sunshine. To keep your focus on the finishing line. And we know that there are some battles that are beyond us. And some battles we are not well equipped to fight. So cast all your worries unto Him. Hand over your battles unto Him. And we know that there are times when problems do not seem to move. We have done anything we could humanly do, but the problems still persist. There are those things that God leaves there in place. You remember the children of Israel when they are called Israel, when the inhabitants of Israel were pushed out of the land. But the Bible says there were some remnants that were left there by God intentionally, just to be a pain, so that whenever you forget, or it comes to a time when you're too comfortable, and you forget where God took you from, when you look at those things, you know that there's a God in heaven. So some things will not go away. So it's good to find your new normal and move on with life, because life has to go on. So feel encouraged, and do not be afraid to start afresh, because sometimes we know that there are things that we can fix in our lives, but sometimes you're so proud, or we do not want to start afresh. We don't want to start over. Sometimes you have to press the restart button to start something up in life, so that you can start afresh. Because some problems, some solutions do not come from God. Some solutions do not come from people. Some solutions we find within ourselves. So if you can fix something, fix it now. It will save you a lot of trouble now and even in the future. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I've helped somebody. I just came this morning to tell you to hold on a little longer, trust God a little longer, focus on God a little longer, have faith a little longer, because help is just on the way. Jesus knows what you're going through, and he loves you and cares for you. So thank you once again. You can share this video with your friends.